I'm boy crazy. So I start getting involved with boys at a very young age. And I got into this relationship in high school with this one guy, and we dated off and on for 2.5 years. And then he ended up cheating on me on this vacation, this senior trip that he went on. He wasn't even a senior, but he went on it. So I had heard that this had happened. So
what's his name? He's probably still paying for this.
Well, his name is Stephen Parker. I don't
Poor
know what
Steven.
I know.
Steven's gonna be like, she's still talking about this.
Well, I should be. So so I hear about it, right? And so I call the girl that he did it with, and I asked her first. I gave her the opportunity to be honest with me, and I was like, listen, I heard that y'all slept together on this trip, and I just want to know, is it true? And I was like, I know you have a boyfriend, and if it's true, I just want you to be honest with me. But if I find out you're lying, I know that you had sex with your best friend's fiance also on this trip. And this girl was like crazy. She did not give a shit about anything. So I was like, I'm telling her, if I find out you're lying to me, she lies. Tells me she didn't do it. In the bed, and we start to sleep with each other. And in my mind, I'm hallucinating that we're walking up this hill backwards, and he's like carrying me like this, but that we are still, doing it, but I don't know what I'm thinking or what I'm seeing. And I say out loud to him, that's enough. You don't have to go any further. Cause I want him to stop walking up the hill. And he's like, what? And as soon as he said what, it snapped me out of it. And I was like, oh my God. What do I say? And so I was like, just keep going. He don't think nothing about it, right? He doesn't bring it up. So then after we're done, we're laying on the bed, and his head's this way and my head is this way. And right in front of me, I see this field of flowers and these 2 lion cubs. And they're just sitting there playing. And I looked straight up and I said, look! And he was like, what? And I was like, oh my God, what do I say? Every time he would talk, it would snap me out of like whatever this hallucination state that I was in. And I was like, okay, what do I say? And I just came up with the first thing that I could think of. And I said, so I started talking real slow. And I was like, oh my God. And he was like, what? I said, you're never going to believe this. I said, I'm so tired that I'm asleep, but it's like I'm still awake dreaming. And he just bought it. In the halfway house is co-ed. It was the Wild West in there. You got all of these people horny because they're all just coming out of prison. It was like, what it was like. You've been there. So it was like online dating, but in person in the halfway house. So everybody's, talking to each other. The halfway house director is trying to keep everybody like on their P's and Q's because he can't have scandal. And he was like this real flamboyant man. And like he had called me into his office one day because I was outside walking, and it was the women's turn to walk, but the men were out there too. And he was mad at me about it. He called me in. He was like, Miss Rogers. So he calls me in his office. He was like, you're doing too much. He was like, don't be out here getting all distracted with these men that want to buy you a 10-piece dinner. He said, you need to be in front of the Fox and get you a winner. Talking about the Fox Theater. I will never forget him saying that. So,
what's a 10-piece dinner?
10-piece chicken wings.
Oh, geez.
So I pay the fine. I get out. I call my attorney. And he said, if your fingerprints are on that bag, I don't care what you tell them, but you better make it look like you're cooperating and lie. So I agree to go meet with them. And I'm geeked up when I go in there, and I'm sitting in there with the DEA. And in my stupid mind, because I'm not from a criminal family, no one in my family were criminals. Dustin was from criminals. His dad had been in prison. His uncle had been in prison. His dad was the first one to bring meth to Rome, Georgia. So they really wanted him. And they said that in our talk. They were like, first of all, anything that you say we cannot use against you. You are not being recorded. You are not being detained. This is just a conversation. So they say, we know that dope was Dustin's, and we want you to wear a wire on Dustin so that we can get Dustin, because we want Dustin, basically. And
Dustin's got to go.
And I say, in my ignorance of trying to protect Dustin, we're trying to get our lives together, and Dustin has been doing good, and I have sold more dope than Dustin Lindsay's ever sold.
Oh, that's a mistake. That was a bad thing.
I didn't realize at the time it was a mistake, because in my mind, I'm thinking, they don't want me, they want him. So as long as I can protect him, they're not going to come after me, because what are they going to gain from coming after me? Nothing. And they got to catch me. I'm on the run, hiding, and I'm not even under arrest yet, but I'm running. I am in hiding. So he hits me up one morning on my Nextel chirp, and he's like, I hope you went to court this morning, you little, you know what. So I was like, damn it. I did have court this morning for my second driving on a suspended license charge. So I called my attorney, the same one that has, I've been using for all this stuff. He was like, I'm at the courthouse. You're not here. You need to come up here. I'm holding the judge off. He wants you to serve 10 days for the second driving on a suspended license charge. So I go up there, and they arrest me from the courthouse, and I have to go serve 10 days. So while I'm in there, my dad comes and sees me in visitation, because no matter what I had going on at that point, my dad was just holding out hope for me that one day I would get it together. So he comes to my visitation, and he was like, you just need to join the military. He was like, you're smart, you're young, you can get away from all this, just join the military. And I was like, okay, I will. Because I was tired at that point. I had lost everything. I had lost the only thing that I loved, really, which was Madison. I had nothing left to really live for. My life was spiraling, and it was all this chaos going on. And so I was like, okay, I'll do that. So while I'm in there, Dustin gets arrested for like 10 felonies, trafficking, eluding, all these crazy drug charges. So I end up getting out. I go to the military office with my dad. They pull my ASVAB scores from high school, and they're like, you actually scored very high. We will take you into basic training. Because at that point, I had no drug convictions. The only thing that I had was these driving on suspended license, because I had beat the cases that I had.
Right.
Now, I had the one that was pending in Polk County, but they were like, if you come into the military, we can work on that for you. So I agree that I'm going to go in, but I have to get my city probation officer to take me off of the level of security that they had me on and put me on, I think, non-in-person report so that I could go to boot camp. So I call my city probation officer to have a meeting with them, because I want them to sign the paper saying that they will agree to take me off the level of probation I was on so that I could go into boot camp. Mm-hmm. I get there, and it's taking longer than it should take, and in walks the DEA. I have been indicted. Girl, I got all these sex toys over here from the sex shop. Come get them. I'm just giving everything away. So I go over there, and she sends me with these grocery bags full. Dildos, body butter, paint, body paint, all this stuff. So I have all that in the back of my car too. So he's having a field day searching through all my shit. So he picks that bag up, and the bottom falls out. And dildos go everywhere on the ground. His face turns red. He's scrambling, like trying to pick them up. And I'm in the back of the cop car. Yeah. That's what you get. I'm talking all the shit, because I know I don't have anything. So they don't find anything. We get to the jail, and they ask him, what are you booking her for? And he says, possession of meth, possession with intent to distribute, pills not in original container, theft by services singular ghost phone, concealed tag, alter tag, no proof of insurance, and driving on a suspended license. And I said, what? And he said, and make sure you pull her prior, because I don't want her to bat her pretty little blue eyes and get out of this one.